I come to you today with the new team-associated Sendero, the Element Sendero, and I gotta say I spent quite a long time deciding what would be the next RC car for me. The last 110 I got was the Gen 7. I've done quite a few changes on the Gen 7, and when I got this I really had no idea how it would perform, the Sendero. People probably ask, well, why did you get a Traxxas? Why didn't you get this? Why didn't you get that? And there are a number of reasons why. One of them was, of course, price quotient. Another one was what I really, really liked was that you have front-wheel drive, overdrive options. Stock, it comes with a 5.7% faster overdrive in the front wheels, which helps you to climb. And I've got to say, I am duly impressed with that. This is the 11.83% drive that you can put in as also secondary. I've not tried this yet. I'm kind of looking forward to it, although I am very, very pleased with the way this thing travels. As much as I have done with my Gen 7, I have to say that the Sendero outperforms it in almost every way. A lot of people have complained in a lot of YouTube videos about the reverse on this. And yes, it's very quick and sudden, but the actual forward motion is very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. I mean, this truck crawls beautifully. It barely moves sometimes, and it's just enough control for you to be able to go over things. I got used to it being a little too rough when you went in reverse. So for my mind, I'm not going to bother changing it out. I've already gotten used to it. A lot of people say, "Oh, got to get rid of that. Take that out and put a new ESC in there." And I just find that it works really well. I like it. The radio itself has the typical changes that you can do. So you have throttle and steering, and then go to 3-channel and reverse steering, reverse throttle if you so choose. And of course your throttle trim and your steering trim. And it's pretty good. I mean, it feels solid, and it feels nice in the hand. But enough of that. Radio's a radio. A lot of people buy this Sendero as a kit. I tried it with the stock tires, and I gotta say the stock tires were actually pretty impressive. I don't know if you can hear that. I actually drilled a small hole in the wheel itself to let the air come out. The sponge is pretty stiff, but these tires are actually pretty good. Now, they are larger than the regular stock tires that you usually get. These measure across just about 4.5 inches, and for you metric guys, that is going to be about, let's see, 114, 112 millimeters. Again, these stock tires are fine. I personally don't like the color. I didn't think the color went very well with it, so I went and got some different tires. And these are the Duratrax Deep Woods. And although these Duratrax are glued in, I've had no problems with them so far. They've done really well. I did buy some extra beadlock rims that I will actually transfer these tires onto. Because these tires were better than these, and I was impressed with that, considering the price quotient on those other wheels. And again, these are not bad tires. I mean, if you're stuck with these tires, you'd be doing perfectly fine. These are really, really good for rock, for mud and things like that. I think they get clogged a little bit too easily. But I actually have not taken this baby in the mud yet. So one of the things that I did do was, everyone complains about the body being too flimsy. Okay, there's basically 3 things I did for that. One is, let's see here. Let's go ahead and take this off from there. One of the things I did is I moved up the front bumper. I literally pushed it in as far as it goes, drilled 2 holes, and screwed it in. That really does help a lot because it really does grab and touch on angled movement. I think you can see now that's pretty good steep right now. In the back, it could be better in the back. I totally agree. I did pretty much the same thing. I just literally moved the bumper up further, which then, if you do that, you need to cut this part of the body so it fits. Is it a flimsy body? Yeah, it's a very flimsy body. I opted to stay with this body, and in the description below, you'll also see they have side panels that you can just buy, and literally the vinyl panels to put on. I opted for the ones that are not too flashy, but I think it really helps this body a lot. Mirrors. First I looked at them and thought, oh god, they're pretty flimsy. I actually flipped it a couple of times, and with the mirrors out, and they did absolutely fine. The other thing that I did was real simply just cut these edges, because the tires were actually grabbing on those edges a little bit. And the same with this here on the front, they were grabbing, and when you turned, it would do that to the body. So that's pretty much all I did to the body. I mean, I haven't done much. There is a problem with this, where the body is very flimsy and flexes in. So, and you'll see in the still pictures, I just made a real simple little plate that the body just slips into that groove and stays there. Big, big difference. I also raised these up, these posts, just one notch on the front and in the back, and I added little rubber washers on there. And that raises the body up just enough so it's perfect. The wonderful thing about it is it comes with a stock battery pack, which is for a smaller battery, and it also comes with a larger one. So I opted to go with the larger one. Let's see. Couple of things. A friend of mine, Eric, who's my cousin, was talking about his Sendero had the proverbial, whoops, like one of the washers, proverbial pogo stick action when it's climbing or stuck on something. So in order to remedy that, what you can do is you can angle your shocks. These two plates are from Red Cat Engineering, and literally to open the holes just up a little bit, and they fit right onto the chassis, and I moved the shocks forward, which gives it a tremendous amount of travel in through there. And I really like these shocks and springs. I really think Element, the Team Associated, really got it right this time, because it's just beautiful. I mean, it's soft, it's gentle, and it moves absolutely beautifully. It's really impressive. That, to me, you know, I'm the shock guy. I love shocks, and especially when they work. Now in the front, what I did with that, I couldn't move them back as far. I may try to move them a little further, but they work really well just the way they are. I just took this hole right here is where they normally were. So I literally just took the post screw out and put really didn't even have to tap it, because this is very soft plastic, as you can see. I just moved it to the back and put a longer screw in there. And then you can see that's where I did that, and you can see the angle. And once again, you know, you've got some beautiful play in there. It really moves very, very well. One of the other things I might do is, I don't know if you notice right here, when it moves up like that, it's practically touching the front bumper. So I may just shave off a little bit on that. But works fine just the way it is, so it's fine. I love that the battery pack is in the front, and the balance is just really, it's really beautiful in here. It's really well balanced. It goes down hills, up hills, absolutely beautifully. And again, that's the importance of the 5.7% overdrive in the front. And what that means is that every time, every revolution of the rear wheels, the front wheels are going 5.7% further. So it really helps you to climb well. And as I said, I'm really hoping to use these to just see the difference. Let's see, what else? Other than that, really haven't done much else with it. And I gotta say, I am duly impressed with it. And you know, once again, you know, they'd be able to travel, and the way the shocks work are just really beautiful, right out of the box. I mean, you know me, the first thing I do with everything is I make new springs, or I buy new shocks for it, and there's been no need to do that. So when you see the video, you'll see how well it climbs. I was going to do, and I might still do it, a comparison between my modified Gen 7 and the Sendero, you know, back to back, and see what happens. But I have not done that yet. I may still do that. Oh, one of the things I also wanted to mention too was that it also comes with an extra piece for it that you can set up if you want to put a different body on it. Honestly, you know, this body, I don't know how long it'll last, but it does have headlights in the front, kind of hokey. I've been thinking of changing those out to actual real headlight looking pieces. But it's not a bad body. I guess because it's flimsy, it means it's more durable. I do know that it rips. I've watched some videos where they will literally just make these round corners, because wherever you get a sharp corner in plastic, it can rip. So you have to be careful of that. Again, the mirrors do just fold in if you do tumble it, and you can put these up if you want to. You know, the winch wipers, no big deal. Other than that, this is the ready-to-run model effect, and I've got to say I really like what they've done with this machine. One of the big differences that I was a little concerned about was I got kind of hot on portal axles, which I did put a set of portal axles on my Gen 7. This does not have portal axles, but I will say that because of the larger tires, it goes over obstacles pretty easily. Just as easily as my Gen 7 does with portal axles. I've got just as many scrapes and everything, scrapes and bruises, no they don't bruise, scrapes and things underneath the bottom of my Gen 7 as I do with this. And it's great. It is not completely waterproof, but it is water resistant, so I have not put it through any water or anything. People complain that these are very flimsy, you know, the body stays are very flimsy. Yeah, they are, but I think for what it is, I like it. I think it works really well. And with that, go ahead and watch some more of the other video, and please subscribe, and also any positive comments or anything in the lower section, let me know. And take care, RC World. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.